guys, so Dragon Ball Legends has updated, and we have the full details for Super Saiyan 4 Vegeta's Zenkai alongside the Legends Road Piccolo Zenkai. So what I did is I have the purple Zenkai Vegeta's stats up here so that we can compare them directly to the Super Saiyan 4 Vegeta. So let's start by jumping right into Super Saiyan 4 Vegeta's info. So for this guy, we have 243 strike, 294 blast. This guy we have 261 strike, 289 blast. This is actually pretty much exactly what I thought his blast out was going to be. I think I said like 200, hovering around 290,000. Strike attack is actually pretty high, 261. Remember, this guy's at 243, so this guy does like actually almost 0 strike damage. So this guy should be doing some strike damage. 100. Actually, these defenses are a little bit higher than I thought. I thought he'd be hovering around 180, but he's actually at 188, 184. Actually, it's higher than this guy's, so these stats are looking pretty good. Pretty much what I expected with the defenses. Both, I think, are a little bit higher than what I thought they would be, so that's good. Because one of the biggest weaknesses of this character is that he actually did have very bad defenses. Alright, let's take a look at what they did here. So, going to compare it to the pre-Zenkai stuff. So we have 25, 20, 30, 20. We have 25, 20, 30, 20, so that's the same. But what this did is he gets 20 ki, and he gets 20% health restoration on the main ability as well. So I'm pretty much guaranteed that he was going to get ki on this because, you know, no modern unit or Zenkai gets, you know, draws their ultimate card and then doesn't get ki on their main ability too, because then they wouldn't be able to use their ultimate. But the only thing I wasn't sure about was if they were going to add health here, and they actually ended up adding health, which is great. So this looks like a pretty powerful main ability right here. Then the first unique ability gets 30 ki, and then 40% to damage, and then blast damage for 20 counts. Now, this didn't change, huh? Wait, 30 ki? Yeah, it literally didn't change. So he gets 40% of damage inflicted for 20 counts, 40% of blast damage. So this is literally the same path. This did not change at all. The second one, let's see what that changed. So he gets, while his character on the battlefield, 30% damage inflicted by the next arts card used when enemy switches. Now he gets 40% to the next arts damage inflicted when enemy character switches. So I actually thought what they were going to do is they were going to change this from 5 to like 7 instead of changing the percent damage he inflicts. This is actually a pretty decent buff here, I think. Okay, so the two Zenkai unique abilities he picks up is the Pinnacle of Saiyan Energy, unlocks at Adept. Applies the following effects to self when this character enters the battlefield. He gets 20% to ki recovery for 15 timer counts, and he gets minus 10 to special move arts cost for 15 timer counts. Nothing too spectacular, I would say, but the minus 10 to special move arts cost actually can be pretty good because of the fact that he has card draw speed, so he's going to be able to chain more stuff together. He gets 100% to blast damage inflicted while enemy's armor is in effect. That is like the Gogeta Blue, Yellow Legends Limited Piccolo ability, where it just does way more damage against blast. You know what's going to be funny about this? If you go for a blast attack against the LF Super Saiyan 4 Goku that just came out, and he goes for the ultimate with blast armor, he's probably just going to get instantly killed. And then the final unique ability is Rush of Hope. Reduces damage received by 15% until combos are unique. 15%, huh? Okay. I don't know if that's really going to be noticeable. He does have very high defenses, so maybe that's, you know, why they didn't go too overboard with that. Applies the following effects to self when battle starts. He gets 15% to blast damage inflicted, cannot be cancelled, and then reduces them. Oh, he also gets another 15% over here. Okay, that makes sense. So he gets a flat 15, then another 15 when changing cover. So he's 30% cover cut. It's actually quite good, considering how good his defenses are. The only extra damage he's picking up from his Zenkai, other than his stats, obviously, is this 15% blast damage inflicted. So in total, he's going to have 95% blast damage inflicted when you combine the unique down here with the first unique ability. So actually, that's pretty good. And then he's going to have the extra damage if you pop his main ability too. This is the same, 10%, 15. Let's just confirm. Yep, it's the same. Okay. And then the special move, so before the Zenkai, it's massive, 30% of enemy sustained damage cut for 3 counts, and 20% of blast damage received for 15 counts on hit. So, the only change it looks like they did is they made this 30 instead of 20 for 15 counts, which is good. I didn't really think this actually needed to be changed that much. I think maybe they would have changed this from like 30 to 50% sustained damage cut, but it's fine. And then the green card was 20% of blast damage for 30 counts, and then cancels own attribute downgrades in normal conditions. That goes to 20%. So this didn't change. This didn't change. The only thing this does now is it also changes strike to blast, which is great because you don't want to really be using strikes with this character. The only thing I would have probably asked for on this was to give a little bit of ki back, but the fact that it doesn't do that is not like out of the question. So prior to Zenkai for the ultimate, massive. It ignores all sustained damage cut for 3 counts and a 30% chance to faint. I don't really think this needs anything to be changed about this, to be honest. Yeah, it's literally the same. It doesn't change at all. Okay. And then he buffs Red Vegeta family. Yeah, we already knew that he would buff Red Vegeta family from V-Jumps. That's not surprising. So he seems pretty good. They obviously held back a lot because this guy doesn't really need much to compete, I think, in terms of being relevant. The biggest thing were the stats, right? So he went from like hovering around 250,000 blast attack to hovering around 290,000. So his blast attack jumped up by like 40,000. So I think that's where we're going to see the big chunk of where his buff is coming from. And yeah, he seems pretty good to me. Let's move on to Piccolo next. Alright, so here we are with Piccolo, and I'm going to be comparing him to Android 21, the blue one, because she's another support type free-to-play Zenkai. And her stats actually are not the greatest, but we will see how they compare to Piccolo. So 262,000 strike, 253 blast. Obviously, Piccolo's more of a blast-oriented support unit. 279 blast, 251 strike. It's actually really good. These stats are actually really good. 182 strike defense, 186 blast defense. So Android 21's defense is a little bit better. But I think for the offenses, like Piccolo's is just way better. I think I like Piccolo's stat spread better. Basically 280,000 blast attack, that's really good for a free unit. And they are revamping his Legends Road event, so you are able to get him to 14 stars as well. So let's take a look at what he's able to do here. So the main ability, does this change at all? Let's see. 30, 30, 30. So it's 35, 30, 30, 30. Goes from, it goes from 35, 25, 30, 20. So he's going to be giving this buff is going to last longer, and so is this one. Inflicts all enemies that be downgraded plus 30% damage received. Yeah, so I mean, basically what they said on the Twitter thing, everyone on the enemy team is just going to take more damage for a longer period of time, and the buffs that he's going to give to allies lasts longer. That's cool. First unique ability was shortens sub count by 2 as default. 30% damage inflicted by 30 counts, and then increases arch card draws to 1 level 30 counts when he's defeated. So these are the death buffs that he gives to his allies. So it's 30, 30, and then 1 for 30. 30, 30, 1. Yeah, it's literally the same. It doesn't change at all. Okay, so this remains the same. Namekian Willpower is the second one. So the following effects occur when his character switches to standby. So these are basically his other support effects here. 30% blast damage for 15 counts, 30% to ki recovery for 15 counts, and then regen and Legends Road get extra strike damage and then health restoration too. So these go up to 20 instead of 15, and then this goes to 20 as well. And this is still limited to 3 times. Okay. So basically, up until this point, the only things that have changed about Piccolo is that his buffs just last longer, which is good. I think 20 counts is pretty decent. I don't really think you're gonna have this guy not switched in for a period that's much longer than 20 counts. That's good. All right. So the first unique ability that is specific to Zenkai: the following effects occur when enemy switches characters while this character is on the battlefield. Attribute upgrade: minus 20% to sustained damage cut effects for 15 counts. Inflicts enemy with attribute downgrade plus 5 arts costs. I would say that's a pretty bad one. This doesn't really look too powerful to me because it doesn't even affect the character when this guy switches in. It's when the enemy switches characters. And to be honest, I don't really see this guy doing so much damage to the effect where the enemy's going to be forced to switch that often. The last one is the Watcher's Wisdom. 40% of damage inflicted in this character. Okay, that's actually really good. Okay, now we're starting to get the damage here. 40% damage, okay. Also applies the following effects to self if a tag, a regen, or tag Legends Road other than this character is a battle member. 50% to ki recovery, and then 50% to vanishing gauge recovery. Wow, okay. That is interesting. Okay, I really like this unique ability down here. This is what's going to make him viable, I think. The vanish gauge recovery, that's going to throw people off guard for sure. I'm excited to test that out. Okay, so then the blue card was major, and then 20% of blast damage received for 20 timer counts. Now it is 30% to damage received for 20 timer counts for blast. And the green card was neck crack, 20% blast damage inflicted for 15 timer counts, and then cancels and attribute downgrades. And same, 2020, No, it went up by 5 seconds. Okay, so this lasts for 5 more seconds. That's pretty much all it did. I wish this would have given all allies 20% more blast damage. That would have been really good. And he buffs Yellow Legends Road, of course, so he's going to be... Oh, he buffs Yellow and Legends Road. That's actually different. Because we take a look at what all these guys are doing. So, Trunks, Gotenks, and the Goku, they all buff Legends Road. Like, where's the Zenkai ability? It's just Legends Road, right? So it doesn't matter. There's not a specific color that it buffs. It's, you know, the whole tag. Same thing with Gotenks. Scroll all the way down. Just Legends Road. That's it. And then Goku, just Legends Road as well. So this might be where they start to deviate a little bit. So Yellow and Legends Road. This is super specific, but it's a more potent buff he's giving. It's only for himself and Kid Goku. Those are the only 2 units in the entire game that he's Zenkai buffing. So unless they decide to continue giving us more Legends Road characters down the road, this is going to be very niche. So that's a little bit disappointing that they did for this character. But he looks pretty good, actually. I'm excited to use him in PvP. So other than that, we have a new banner, which is this Legends Regeneration Volume 3. Don't even think about summoning on this. This is garbage. Don't summon. Then we actually have a slew of new stuff coming out. We have the update to Piccolo's Legends Road event, so make sure you're grinding him up if you want to use him in PvP. He's going to be available to get to 14 star from this event, so don't have to rush it. Take your time, and should be not that bad of a grind, I would say. Then we have this new event, actually, because typically what they've done for Legends Road characters up until this point is they've had them be grindable through co-op, but now they are doing actually a new event for Piccolo. So this is Goodbye Kami. Clear the event and aim to Zenkai Awaken Piccolo, and it's a 10-stage event, so it's not too bad. And it looks like you'll be able to get Zenkai power for Piccolo through this event, and it seems pretty straightforward to me. Nothing too crazy here. And then lastly, we do have the new Awaken equipment here for Legends Road only. It's base critical up to 20, base blast attack or strike attack up to 22, and then the last slot is strike attack and blast defense 12% each, so that's good. But very limited for Legends Road only. I think we also have some missions too. Let me just check real quick. Yeah, so we have missions here, here, and here. There's also, by the way, the next co-op coming out this week for the Ultra Goku. The Zenkai Ultra Space Time Rush is resetting, and we have this Limit Break Multi-Z Power Battle coming back as well. So actually a bunch of stuff's coming back here. But let me just check these. Oh, this is one of these key ones. Okay. Achieve 10 challenge complete in a story. That's the key. Is this how you're going to unlock this? Maybe? I don't really know how it's going to work. But Goodbye Kami special missions. Yeah, this is how you're going to get... oh, man. So it's actually going to take a while to get him to Zenkai 7, it looks like. Get to complete all these missions. Yep. Alright, well. Get to grinding, guys. Friendship level 5. Okay. Yeah, I don't know if I'm going to be able to have a showcase for him out tonight. You have to battle 70 times using a regen character. I mean, you could just jump in and out of Ultra Space Time Rush with regen characters, and that would count, I think. But you have to KO 250 characters. That's just annoying. So, 700 energy. Yeah, this is going to take a while. This is going to take a while for sure. Then we got some extra Legends Road missions here too for more Z power. So a bunch of stuff to do for sure in this week's update for Legends Limited. I will let you guys think about Vegeta and Piccolo getting their Zenkais, and I will see you guys all in the next one.